Good day, good day. Thank you for joining me. I am your host, Glaze Gibbs. Listen, for the last few days, I've been trying to put this piece together, and for some reason, either it shut down or I run out of storage on my phone, and it's been cutting off of me. And I hate that. The story, like, it go back into, like, I was like, what, 23, 24. And what happened was I had a guy, you know what I'm saying? A friend of mine, grew up in Cyprus with me. He was in his last year of college. So he's about to graduate. And here it is, this guy, like since we was kids, always been a goody two shoes, had summer job, work, jobs, did a different art thing, work out everywhere you look at. This guy was always keeping active and keeping up with his study. So he was in his last year of college. And then all of a sudden he came to me, man. And he go like this, yo, Glaze, man, I need a gun. I need you to give me a gun. So here it is, man. I'm looking at him, man. I'm looking at this goody two shoes. I'm scratching my head, man. Like, what's wrong with this picture? Something's not adding up. Why in the world this brother coming to me now? Never committed a crime, never committed a violent act, but now he's coming to me, a career criminal with blood on my hand, asking for a gun. So to me, man, hold up, man. What's going on? What the heck you need a gun for? What happened was his dad, another law-abiding citizen, right now he loves his dad, he loves his mom. So just so happened his dad got, shot, beat up and robbed. And what happened is he know the individual, the gentleman that was responsible for it. And he wanted to take revenge. So automatically he's coming to me because right now is he know who I am. He know that, like, hey, I'm into that life and I can get him a gun. But you know what? I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. Why couldn't I do that? Because once again, it's like, my heart went out to this individual. My heart went out to my friend. And I didn't want him to go through, like I'm saying, the trial and tribulation that I already been through and that so many others still going through. I couldn't do that. I didn't want blood on his hand. So what I did was I said, listen, man, I know you in pain. I know you hurt. I know what you want to do. But guess what, man? I will be doing you a disservice by giving you a gun. And right now you go out there and you shoot and you kill these guys or you hurt these guys. Your life, as you know it, is over with. You don't have a life no more. You just pick up that brick and threw it at the prison wall for nothing. So the difference was he didn't want to trust, or the family didn't want to trust the justice system. They didn't want to get the cops involved. They didn't want the situation to go to trial. So the difference is right now was he wanted to take the law into his own hand. He wanted to be, right now is I'm talking about the cop, the DA, the judge, and he wanted to execute these individuals on his own. And what I'm saying is, folks, like, sit back and think about it. It doesn't matter. You can have all the right thoughts, all the right training, all the right upbringing, and you want to do the right thing. But only thing it takes somebody to hurt your loved one, somebody to do something that is totally a violation, that guess what? You will snap. From a mental, emotional standpoint, you will snap. Because this brother snapped. Here it is right now, was like I told you, he never committed a crime. He never, that I know of, did anything wrong. This guy was a professional goody two shoes. But now what he was willing to do, he's willing to throw all that away for the love that he had for his father. And you know what? I don't blame him. But to me, like I said right now, is anything that good come from me came from my mother, the late Dorothy Gibbs. And to me right now is that was a side that coming out. Listen, man, I can't let you do that. I said, but what I can do, I want you to think about that. I want you to go home and sit back and think about it. And if you want that done, I want you to come back to me. And all the individuals that was involved, robbing, beating up and shooting your dad, and causing your family pain, I want you to come back and let me know that you want it done, and I will take care of it. And folks, like I say right now is no, I am not no vigilante. Right now I have my own problems, but yet and still at that present time, I didn't feel good. I wouldn't feel warm and fuzzy about myself, letting this guy throw away his life, his career, for what? Over something that, don't get me wrong, you hurt, and you want them to feel pain too. So it's similar to the situation that I heard a story not too long ago about this little boy in Chicago got killed. Okay, 16 years old. And his 20-year-old sister, basically right now is she tracked the guy down, 16-year-old. She tracked the killers down. And she wound up killing the guy. Behind, him killing her 16-year-old brother. Sit back and think about it, folks. The difference right now is, and I don't want to feel like I'm sounding like a hypocrite, because once again, I know how it goes. The difference right now, I inflicted pain upon people because of the lifestyle that I once was in. You know what? And I'm ashamed of that. And right now, if anybody, the victim family would have came after me and blow my head off or whatever, guess what? I didn't have nobody to blame. That's the way it goes. That's what you're supposed to do. When you sit back and you look at this girl went after these guys that killed her brother, guess what, man? You know what? She hurt. It's no coming back. And that's what people do not understand. You can't go around doing certain things to other people's kids and think it's not going to be no retaliation. My mother used to tell me that all the time. What's wrong with you? You got a son now. And I had to think about that or whatever. And you know what? She was right. And that's why I say, when you sit back and you look at when you're in that street life, you putting everybody involved. You putting your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your kids. You bringing them all into that life. When you into the drug game, when you into the sticker game, when you into any illegal activity, you bringing all these innocent people involved. And you got to be mindful. You got to basically right now protect your family like the Secret Service protect the president and the president family. You got a hell of a security crew. The difference is right now, every time I sit back and I think about it, I think about the guy, Kevin Child, head of Don Diva. You know what? Like I told you, when I heard what happened to his mom got murdered. You know what? That hurt. Because I'm a professional mama boy. And you know what right now is, guess what? I felt his pain. And you know what? To me, he's a better man than I am. Because if somebody would have done something to my mother, I knew I would have lost it. I would have lost it. Right now is when I get upset, only thing I see is blood. Red. And that's the difference. So I can understand right now my deepest condolences to anyone that lost a loved one. You know what? Like I told you, it's not a game, folks. None of that's not a game. And as I was saying right now, my friend came to me, a college student. He was in his last year of college and he wanted a gun. To kill these individuals that were responsible for robbing, beating, and shooting up his dad. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. You know why? Because once again I didn't want him to throw his life down that drain. I didn't want everything that he worked hard for. Just one bad mistake, one bad decision, one bad day in his life that he know it would have been over with. All because of what? All because of temper is what get us into trouble. Pride's what keep us there. But the difference is when people hurting your family, hurting your loved one, guess what? You don't want to hear that. Under any circumstance, whether they was wrong or whether they was right, guess what? You don't want to hear that. And that's why right now I beat myself up daily. Because like I say, I was once that problem. I inflicted, by selling drugs, by killing, by shooting people, by hurting people. Who am I? I'm not God. Who am I to say who live and who died? Only God can say who live and who died. The same day that you're born is the same day that you start to die. And that's what we have to understand. And to me, listen, here it is. That was an easy one. I could not let that young man destroy his life because of one bad move. And that's why I told him, I said, listen, if you want them gone, you come to me. But you sit back and you think about it. Here it is right now is when that guy took the time and a day or two went by and he came to me. And when he came to me, he had tears in his eyes. And he told me, thank you, but I do not want you to do that. No, leave it alone. And to me right now, folks, listen, I'm telling you, if he wanted it done, guess what? I would have done it to prevent him, from doing it himself. Because once again, he wound up, like I say right now, doing great for himself. We're still friends. I'm talking about he doing extremely well. And from time to time, we talk about that. And you know what? Right now is, guess what? He say, thank you. Because once again, he know right now is that I would have took on that burden. I would have took on that responsibility. And I would have been dead wrong. But I want to help a friend out. Folks, listen, man, we got to be mindful. We got to be mindful each and every day. And we got to be aware of the things that we are doing in life. Listen, this is not no play, time. This is not like you can do this or whatever, like Grand Theft Auto. You can play the game, then hit the reset button. Life is life. There's no reset button, folks. We have to be mindful and do everything in our life the first time. We have to do it right, man. We have to develop working habit. We have to keep a clean state of mind. Keep away from that negative and nonsense. Any negative that come our way, we got to dust it off, man. We got to brush it off. We got to say later for that, man. Why? Because once again, we are destroying ourselves. We are destroying our community. We are destroying our family when we better than that, folks. Listen, man. This is my story. This is my ministry. I am not your typical minister. Listen, for more of my story, like I told you right now, here it is. I got 326 page, a book. This is the book. Email me and order your signed copy of Beyond Lucky, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story, a true story of crack, money, murder, and redemption, and change. Right now, folks, if I can change, anybody can change. You know why? Because change comes from within. If you got anybody out there that you want to save, you know what? Order this book. Email me, Brian, Brian Gibbs, Gibbs 1201 at yahoo.com and get them that signed copy. I guarantee you right now, I talk about the good, I talk about the bad, I talk about the ugly. I talk about everything that they can possibly experience, the signs, what they need to do to make sure that they don't make that multi-billion-dollar prison system their permanent address. Listen, I am me. And once again, it's only because of the grace of God that I have this platform. I want this to be the people platform. I want y'all to tell me, email me, contact me. Let's talk about it. Let me know what I need to do to make this a better platform. What y'all want to talk about? You name it, we can talk about it. As long as we being mindful and we being respectful. Listen, follow me on Instagram, Brian Glaze Gibbs. Listen, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit that like button. Life is all about change. Life is all about growth. Life is all about development. Life is all about helping one another, man. Like I told you right now, we got to learn how to love ourselves, because by us loving ourselves, we can love others. And don't take nothing personal, folks. Don't take a joke personal. Don't take, right now is because this person don't want to talk to you personal, or this person don't want to deal with you. Don't take it personal. Don't take anything personal, because it's not, man. It's not. We don't know what the next person is going to, and we have to be mindful, we have to be respectful, and we have to treat each and every one with true love and human compassion. Once again, thank you for joining me.